They're not that bad, so I don't need and it was just not fun. Potentially lost my eyesight. Brush here, I'd feel the pain. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you pick it up. I tried a new recipe out the other day, so sour tanginess that I can't really get past. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to the channel. So happy to have you here. It is now Wednesday, the 17th. We are halfway through the month of April, which is quite crazy. And let's see what sort of Pokemon showed up today. So yesterday during my nap session, I caught a Caterpie. And it had berry finding in the first slot. I believe it had a neutral nature. Overall not bad, but not exactly what I was hoping for either. Especially because I already have a Butterfree that has tomatoes on the second and third slot. And I was kind of hoping for honey. But we'll see if next week during the Comfey event, when we're at Greengrass Isle, maybe I can find a Bulbasaur for honey farming instead. And no shinies today. And no Totodile as well. I feel like I rarely see them when I'm at the beach. So unless any of them have hungry on it, I won't be feeding. Yeah, none of them. So I'm just going to proceed and finish it off there. And I'll do Chikorita. Lately, I've been experiencing pretty bad allergies, especially when I wake up. I just feel so congested. And it's weird, but I hear from a lot of other people that it's not uncommon that you develop allergies in your later years of life, even if you didn't experience them when you were young. And that's exactly like me. I didn't really have seasonal allergies growing up, and it was probably about 4 years ago that I started noticing I would get allergies. My eyes are a little itchy right now, but they're not that bad, so I don't need any allergy medication. But oh my god, you know what? 2 years ago, yeah, it was 2 years ago, I had a moment where I had really bad hives in the summer. And I just broke out in hives almost every day. I had to take a Benadryl daily, but that was not helping at all. And I just felt so miserable because I was just so itchy, and they would flare up at nighttime. So I spoke to a doctor, and they prescribed me heavy duty allergy medication that I had to be on for 30 days straight to see if that would wipe out the hives, and it didn't. So I had to go on 2 rounds of that, and it was just not fun at all. But after that year, it stopped. So I stopped getting hives, which is great because I don't know, it was just so unpleasant. It was very unpleasant, especially when you're woken up to hives as well. It's the worst. But when I was 21, I had shingles, and that was due to stress and a lot of other things. But yeah, I had shingles. That was probably one of the most unpleasant moments of my life as well, because it's just so painful. Even if my hair were to brush against the region where my shingles was, it would be painful. And not only that, because I had shingles on this side, so it was here, and then it traveled upwards right below my ear. And the doctor told me I was very fortunate, because had it traveled even more, I could have potentially lost my eyesight, which is quite scary. So yeah, I survived that. It was really freaking painful, especially because I came in too late Like if you go see a doctor early, you're able to get antibiotics and stuff like that to help alleviate the pain of the shingles. But I don't know, I was just so scared and dumb, and I didn't seek a doctor, so I was going through the pain for like a full week. And at that 1 week mark, it was like, okay, well, you already wrote out the pain of shingles. It's no point to give you any medicine at this point. So yeah, it just went away by itself. It started here, went up to here. But even if you were to like, because it affects your nerves, so if I were to brush here, I'd feel the pain. And it's like a sharp pain deep inside your body, unlike any sort of pain I've experienced in the past. And showering, oh my god, showering was painful. Sleeping was painful. I had to wear tube tops so that I don't get any like clothes rubbing against the infected region. And I didn't know they were shingles. It started out looking like hives, but turns out it wasn't hives, because they would break and then the liquid would be what causes it to spread. So very not fun. And I heard that if you get shingles a second time, it is very dangerous, so I gotta be careful. And now, enough of that scare. Let's go through the research community tab and see if anyone got lucky today. Oops, double clicked that. I also hope the game volume isn't too loud, because I'm looking at the mixer and it's like bumping right now. But it is an absolutely gorgeous day outside from what I could see from my window. Not exactly overcast, but there are clouds, which is nice, so it covers you from the sun. And every time I take my walk outside, I'm seeing like new growth stuff outside, like buds on the trees and grasses. And Loon Floon, congrats on the shiny Larvitar. It's gonna be such a beautiful shiny. And yesterday was the second to last episode of Shogun. So there's one more episode left. And you guys, if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you pick it up, because it is good. Especially yesterday's episode. Wow. And I just can't wait for the last one. But I'm really going to wonder how they're going to tie everything up in the last episode. Like, is one episode really enough to finish where they left off? And I wanted to watch Apothecary Diaries yesterday. I could have sworn I saw it on Netflix, but then yesterday when I was browsing the catalog because I wanted to watch it, I couldn't find it. It was gone. So it might be time to get a Crunchyroll subscription. And I think they do like a 7-day or a 2-week free trial when you first sign up. So I gotta pick a good week, plan ahead, so I could binge as much as I can. Other than that, I tried a new recipe out the other day. So it was my first time making Vietnamese beef stew. And I was a little nervous because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But it was so quick, so easy, friggin' delicious. And typically, as you may or may not know, Vietnam was colonized by the French back then. So we do enjoy baguette as well, which is why you see like banh mi and everything. But with this Vietnamese beef stew, you eat it typically with a baguette. And you rip it off, you dip it in the soup, and you eat it. And yeah. So we didn't have any baguettes, but we did have a frozen garlic bread in the fridge, so I figured it would be good to use that up. So good. Such a hearty meal, especially when the soup base seeps into the potatoes. That's like the best part. And the carrots, it's great for those who don't like to eat carrots because it makes the carrots much more palatable. And adding carrots like sweetens up the soup in a very nice, warm warm way. So my boyfriend really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. And I love how quick and easy it was. You marinate the meat for like 20 minutes. You put everything in the pot. You let it simmer on low for at least an hour, depending on the cut of meat that you get. For me, I did it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then you add in the potatoes and the carrots like at the remaining 20 minutes. But so good, so easy. Definitely going to be on our rotation. And yeah, I'm very happy I was able to try out a new recipe. It's always a little daunting when I'm trying out new Vietnamese recipes, especially because I feel like it involves so many spices and it's just, I don't know, a little intimidating. But yeah, that was what I did. And today, it's been a while, but we are going to have salmon. And usually I do like a miso honey salmon, but I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try something different. I don't even know if I have honey, so I might have to check my pantry and then walk to the closest grocery store. But speaking of which, yesterday when I was going to the grocery store, I wanted to pick up some yogurt because one thing I've really been enjoying to eat near the end of the night is a bowl of yogurt. So it's basically a yogurt parfait really, but it's a bowl of yogurt with diced up fruits. So I add kiwis, strawberries, and blueberries usually, and it looks so beautiful. You're eating the color of the rainbow, and it's such a great way to enjoy your yogurt. I don't know if you guys truly love the taste of yogurt, but I don't know, it's that sour tanginess that I can't really get past. And I try to eat Greek yogurt since it's high in protein and I really need to up my protein intake. But I don't know, I tried Siggi's. Siggi's is good. It's a bit thicker than Oikos though, so I might switch back to Oikos, but I think Siggi's, at least the ones that I have available for me, have higher protein content, which is why I get it. But yeah, I usually like to get the blueberry flavor because it tends to sweeten it up as well. But delicious, I love it. And then I have this granola that is also high in protein, and it's like the perfect crunch, and there's dark chocolate little like chippets in there, and it's like the perfect size for that extra bite and chocolatiness, but it's not like a overbearing chocolate. It's a very good chocolate to add in yogurt. And now I want to kind of find cacao nibs because I feel like that would add an even better crunch to my yogurt parfait. So that's kind of like the little snack that I've been really enjoying lately. And I used to slice up my fruit, but then I realized I kind of like it when it's diced because then you can mix it up and you get a little bit of like everything in each bite. So that's my little snacky snack of choice lately. If you guys have any snack recommendations, things that you've been really enjoying, let me know. I'm always curious to see what other people are snacking on. But yeah, this is a pretty short video. Not much progress so far yet in Pokemon because it is the middle of the week. But we will see what tomorrow brings. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And join us in the Discord if you would like to. It's always very fun there and great way to make new friends as well. Love the community that we have. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.